Hello and welcome back to New Hope Farm. We are now in October. We are still bleary-eyed from our antics of the end of the last game day or game month, where we worked until the early hours of this morning, but we still have to get going and do things. So the first thing I'm doing is just checking on our breeding area, just seeing what sort of food they need. So let's have a look quickly. Right. So the food was probably okay, but we'll top it up a bit. And let's have a look and see if there's anything we can buy. This is Holsteins. That one looks fairly good, so we'll select that one. How old is it? 11 months? Yeah, it's good starter stock, I suppose you could call it that. Ramsey, no, we won't worry about that. Won't worry about that. Oh, pretty young, but really good. Really good. We'll definitely buy that as well. So we'll buy selected. Buy. Okay, here we go. Right. So we've got a couple there for our youngster to get stuck into once they and he are old enough. So let's go and get some food in, and then we'll move on down to the brown Swiss. We've still got one empty pen. We'll go and have a look and see if there's anything. Well, we need to have a look and see if we've got anything decent in terms of bulls, in terms of Hereford or Limousin that have been born. We'll check it out. We don't want to put all of this in here. We need to put sort of 10,000-ish. We still put too much in. Yeah, that's too much. And we'll have to get a different stock trailer. This thing just dispenses too quickly. It's not a problem. We won't have to feed for ages. But I don't really like doing that. That's the essence of this. Right, let's go and have a look and see what we got here. So we definitely need some food in here. What's their health like? 100%, so it must have just entered that, at least where's the trigger? There we go. Oh, it's just too quick for me. I've never been known for speed of fingers on game controllers. So let's go and have a look at, see what we got in here in terms of brown Swiss to buy. Yeah, that's metabolism is average, but everything else is okay. How old is that? 49 months. Oh, yeah, it's okay. Well, let's just see what we got in here. No, 10 months. Only got a couple of months to go. Yeah, that's the one we're going to buy. And buy selected. There we go. So that's that one sorted out. I'm just going to trot on over to this one here and go and have a look and see. Oh yeah, we've got to bring food down for that. So, and this one is Angus. So let's have a look and see what Angus we have. Butterscotch. Oh yeah, definitely buying her. And no. Yep, that's good. And the last one, no, buy selected. Yeah, I'm quite happy with what's happening there now. Quite happy with that. Right, we need to go and get the small tractor and use the small trailer. Maybe we need to just up the size of that, because there are some that are needing a little bit more than 12,000 litres of food, and we don't want to be doing 2 or 3 trips. Let's just park this up here. We normally park it down here. I think we've got silage in there that must be just about ready, I would think. We need to do milk. We need to clear milk as well today. So let's just back that up. We'll put that whole 12,000 litres into the Angus enclosure. Where are we now? Where are we now? Yeah, this is what we want to pick up. At 10 o'clock. We did wake up a little bit later than we needed to. The mornings are getting a little bit darker. October, November, so next month we've got to do the big moves again. Let's just go fill this up. We'll catch you once we are... Oh no, we might as well just go through and show you the filling process again. This TMR mixing mod is fantastic, really working well. I like that it fills really quickly. Yeah, during the course of today we'll probably topple this all up as well, but we'll do that off camera because that's a fairly tedious operation. We need to get food down to the water buffalo females. They need food as well. Everything else I've already sorted out off camera, but I did want to go through this operation, and then on the way back we can just stop off at the goats. We do have a pregnant goat, so quite happy with that. That should keep them occupied for a while as well. Right, so the next thing we want to do is we want to just nip over here and go and see if we can get any other decent bulls here. Females. Oh no, we've got to check. Can't do that now because I need to check to see whether we have anything that is we couldn't do that because I needed to check to see whether we had anything that was our own. Of course, we need to get our own bulls in these pens here, not buying bulls. So I want to go and see. We need to think about putting up another goat pen actually, because we've got a couple of good little billies that we, or sell some of the ones that we've got, one of the two. Let's have a look and see if there's anything decent here in here. So what have we got? Two young. Coco is having 2 babies. Quite happy about that. I was getting a bit worried. And that's not pregnant. Quiet Zeppelin, he's still young. Speckles, also still young. Ted, not as good as the others, but. And Sunny. So 17 months, 13 months, 8 months, and 6 months. Yeah, so I think we'll work to getting those 2 into a pen on their own, and then we'll start looking what sort of female goats do we have. Ram goats. No, not great. Not great. Not great. Well, we can hold on for a while on that. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's go and have a look. I was reminded by one of our viewers that there is a way that you can refresh the dealer. So let's go through that and I'll show you how that works. So if you go into settings, here, you'll see everything. If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see Realistic Livestock, and it says Reset Animal Dealer. So if you click on that, and then hopefully that should reset the animal dealer, and have a look and see. It has, but it hasn't reset it in our favor, I don't think. It's just another average one. So let's try again and see what happens. Now normally I wouldn't like to do this. Normally I would give it a couple of months, and I think that's what we'll do. We'll do it 1 or 2 months, 3 months. If we're not getting anything within 3 months in a new pen, then we'll try this just to speed things along and keep things nice and flowing is what I'm trying to think. Just to keep things flowing. And having said that, I've done the wrong thing. So let's go settings again. We'll go to the bottom and realistically reset the animal dealer. Escape and back. Let's just see what we get this time. Goats, yeah, so we've got quite a few more this time. Well, there we go. She's worth starting with. Trot, not great. And it's better than that one. And this little one here, no. Yeah, so that's just a way that you can speed things up. You can do that quite a few times. And yeah, so thank you to, I can't remember the name at the moment of who it was. But yeah, thank you for reminding me about that. I completely forgot about that. And it would have saved a lot of frustration when I was trying to get these pens going. Right now, I'm quite happy to wait a couple of months for another one on those, another good one. It just reflects the reality of not always finding extremely good stock in the markets, and if you do find good stock in the markets, you've got to pay for it. It's just the way it is. Right, so everything has got food in there now, and we now need to go and get food down to our water buffalo. I'll do that offline, because the next thing I want to do here is park that there, is get on here and go and sort out. I think we've got 2 calves that were born overnight as well. We're going to sort those out. And I think we've got 1 calf that needs to be, or 1 pen that needs to be cleared, because they've reached 3 months. Right, so let's just jump off here and we'll go and see what we've got here. Well, actually, let's go and see what we've got first so that we can do any administration. Right, what do we have here? So we have a new one there. Pretty good. That is a brown Swiss female. Yeah, so she can go into the breeding paddock at the brown Swiss breeding paddock. Caitlin, she obviously had a bull who's of fairly good quality, but not as good as the one that we've got into the... Yeah, so we can go and get him into, where are we going to get him into? We'll put him into the bullpen for now. Well, actually no, he needs to go into one of the, in fact they both need to go into a calf pen. Flipper for a cow. And this one here, apply the monitor and change name. Cherry Amethyst. Right, so she's got quite good potential. The health is the one that, I mean, it's high, but overall very good. But quality and milk production extremely high. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Right, so we can get everybody across. And oh, we don't have our stick in now. Oh dear. There we go, and let's get this in. So we can select all. Move selected. Yep. Okay. Actually, we can just walk across here, I think. So I think the second one is empty. And I think this first one is the one that is the calves that need to go. So Cherry Amethyst needs to go in there, and Flipper. Move to husbandry. That's that done. And why didn't flipper go across? Select flipper. Move selected. Move to husbandry. Okay. Eventually got that right. Man, oh man. Right, where we going to next? Okay, I think we want to go and pick up these two here. And 3 months, yeah. Brown Swiss females. Another 2 brown Swiss females. We're getting a good supply of brown Swiss. Quite happy with that. Move selected to trade. Okay. Right, let's go and put those on the quad, and then we'll get up and go and deliver them to the required places. I think we'll head on up to the brown Swiss pasture and get the ones that need to go in there first, see if there's anything that needs to come out of there. I don't think there is. And yeah, here we go. Here we go. Oh, we must just strap that in. Right, let's turn around, get out of here. So we've got a bit of feed in here, but we'll see what we need to bring back in here and then decide how much feed to put in here. Right, we'll see you when we get to the brown Swiss pasture. Right, so here we're at the brown Swiss pasture. We've still got plenty of food and water in there. And let's have a look and see what we've got here. Butterscotch. Still very young. 14 months, pregnant. Yeah, but doesn't need to be moved. Magic K, 20%. Pickles, 30%. Ghost breeder doing his job. Fantastic, so nothing needs to come out. So we can just get our stick out and put the ones in that need to go in. Right, so Yago needs to go, and that is. That's right, there's only 2 that need to come in because we put the others into, I thought there was going to be 3, but of course we put that into the calf hut. So move selected to husbandry. Yago and Caitlin need to go back into the milking pen. So let's go and get that done. Right, so here we are at the milking pen. Let's get the gate open and we'll go and put those two in, and where are we here? That's not what we want. Right, so here we are at the milking pen. We're just going to open the gates, right on the gate, and we'll get that picked up, take it in, get those two in, and then we'll have a look and see if there's anything that needs to go into the carving barn. Move selected, move to husbandry. Okay, right, let's see what we've got here. Four months, too young, 20 months, 80%, so not this month. Yago's just come in, 20%, 90%. Buttercup needs to go in, as does Queen. That's 2 from there. Right, so that's everything there. Move selected to trailer, so there's 3 going in there. Right, let's go and check the open barn, or the part of the beef pasture. Right, here we are at the open pasture for our beef cattle, and get that picked up. Go and see if there's any animals that need to come across. They don't need to go in there, so let's have a look. No. No, nothing that needed to come across from there, so that's okay. So we'll just pop them down there, and then we'll see if it needs to be, if we need any feed in there for them. I think we probably will need some, so there was only 1,000 litres in there. They'll definitely go through that. So we'll have a look and see how much they need when we get there. Right, so here we are at the carving barn. Just got all these 3, so select all and move selected. Nice and easy when I think about it. Right, so they've got 1,400 food, so we need the carving barn. Need to look at the carving barn, and how much do we need? Carving barn, here we go, 1,800. Yes, we can put 1 load in there, and that'll do for the next little while. So we'll go and get the small tractor out, and we'll get that sorted. We'll see you once we've loaded up and we're back here to fill up. Right, so here we are at the calving barn. Just going to offload that. And then I think that's where I'm going to end this episode. The main thing that I wanted to show in this episode was the putting to, well, the ability to be able to refresh your animal dealer. So I'm pretty happy with that. So thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio.